Okay, let's get started.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of Cocaine Bear. Now, I know that this one for some people is not considered horror, but I definitely think that can be considered a black comedy horror or even a thriller. But I still wanted to do a review since I went last night to watch it, and when I came out of the movie theater, I was like, you know what, I need to give this film my time. Like, I really want to sit down and talk about it. Now, as always, on my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them, just to see if this was worth it or not, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler free review, because I'll like to give you guys the two options. So giving all the disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. Now, Cocaine Bear follows an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teens coverage up on a Georgia forest where a huge black bear goes on a murderous rampage after unintentionally ingesting cocaine. Now, the film says that it's based on true events, and it's real. Like, sometimes films are going to say, oh, this is based on true events, but it's completely false. But in the case, this indeed happened back on September 11 of 1985. A drug dealer, he basically threw from the air, just like on the film is presented, to the wilderness of Tennessee in the US. But a black bear actually found the bags with the cocaine and got an overdose, and they actually found the bear dead on December of the same year. And while the film takes some creative liberties, since there's no evidence that the bear actually killed people, it's a very fun way to show this bizarre situation that they actually happened. Now, this film is 1 hour and 30 minutes, which I believe that was the perfect time. You don't really need that much. Like, you go straight to point. It's a very simple story. Basically, it opens with drug dealer doing the thing with the bags of cocaine. He dies because his parachute is not able to open, and he's found by the FBI. So now the police knows that those bags are somewhere in the middle of the forest. And at the same time, we have the drug dealers that were supposed to take charge of those cocaine bags. And now they need to go to find them before the police goes. But at the same time, since the bags, they got into a national forest where the bear gets to the bags, some teenagers, they decide that they want to go and paint some waterfalls. So we have different people, characters that they have nothing to do with each other, going to the same place by different reasons. We have the cops that is one of them that is going. We have the drug dealers, that it's Ray Liotta actually who portrays the drug dealer. The film is actually dedicated to him. At the end says, in the loving memory of Ray Liotta, because in case you don't know this, he died back in May of 2022. And his son and the best friend that is also a drug dealer are the ones in charge of bringing the bags back. At the same time, we have some teenagers that they skip school because the girl wants to paint some waterfalls, and the mother, once found out, she leaves to go to the national forest in order to get them back. So we have all these stories on the same place. Now, the film shows the bear for the first time with some hikers. They are just looking at the view when suddenly the bear appears. One of them actually gets killed, but the other hiker is able to survive, but we don't see him until very later on the film. Now, this is when the film presents all the stories that I just tell you, and one by one, they're going to encounter the bear. The thing that it wants, it's cocaine. Now, just like the title, this film is so damn ridiculous, but surprisingly funny and enjoyable. Seeing you the summary, basically, some of them are going to die, of course. The cop dies. Ray Liotta is killed by the bear. The forest ranger, she gets attacked by the bear. This is the best scene because she calls an ambulance at some point, and the paramedics, they appear and they try to leave with the forest ranger, but the bear is able to catch them. That's the best scene of the movie. The film was everything. Like, I had such a good time. Everyone at my movie theater was laughing and having a good time, which is something very good. And the film basically ends with the teenagers being reunited with the mother of one of them, and they go safely. So the hiker from the beginning, he reappears, but we don't really see much of that person. And there were also older teenagers, so one of them only survives. So going straight to the things that I like it. First thing is the story. It's very simple. There's no much to tell, though. Like I said at the beginning, the film takes some creative liberties. Of course, we see like the middle situation of what could have happened once this bear ingested the cocaine, and we don't see it die, but of course in real life it died. And I think that was hella funny, which comes to the second thing that I really like it, that was the humor. Something that I have said before is that I do not enjoy completely comedy horror. Like, for me to like comedy horror movies, they have to be very well made and very good ones. And definitely this one it is, because this one, if you want to watch a movie that is serious, don't watch this. Like, this film, it's aware of how ridiculous it is, and it embraces it in such a good way. Elizabeth Banks is the director of this film, and I think that she did a very good job. And also the cast. We have a cast that we have seen before, their talent, and they're able to bring the best parts of themselves. Like, it's such a good film, being honest. Like, don't be surprised by seeing that the majority of people is saying that it's good or having high ratings, because this film does deserve it. Like, I think that this film is great. Like, it's just 1 hour and a half of pure fun and nonsense. It's such a recommendation. If I were to say something I did not like, being honest, I didn't dislike anything. But if I have to be honest, of course, the film is not, in terms of cinematography, it's not the greatest thing out there. The gore can look a little bit cheap, or maybe not that realistic. The practical effects, like, that will be the only things, but I don't really mind, and I wasn't bothered by them. But I really think that this film was very, very good. So for me, this film is a 4 out of 5 or a 9 out of 10. Like, I had so much fun with this one. Like, seriously, the ambulance scene, that was everything. So if you're looking for something to have a good time in movie theaters, don't walk, just run to movie theaters to watch this. If you want to have a good time with your friends, I wouldn't recommend this for kids. I am not saying that the humor is just for adults, but definitely I don't think that they're going to enjoy it as much. I don't know, I don't really see kids enjoying this one that much, but this one, it's a hell of a good experience. Also good from time to time to see this type of films that they just want nonsense for 1 hour and a half. And like I said, it's short, so it's not going to take that much of your time, even if you don't like it. Although for now, I haven't seen anyone saying something bad about it, but probably someone is out there saying that this film is crap. But what can you expect from a film that is called Cocaine Bear? It's the same as Sharknado, although I do not like Sharknado. Like, that film, in my opinion, is awful. At least this one is better. Like, this one is way better, that's for sure. Well, I think that this is all for the video. I don't really have much to say other than I really enjoy the film. It's very good. I think that the soundtrack also is pretty good, since the film is based on the 80s. I think that they did a pretty good job with that, although it could have been a little bit better also on that part, since we are on the 80s. But I think that they did what they could, and it was very good. But well, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what you thought about this film, if you watch it or if you're planning on watching. Trust me, I wasn't going to. I have no plans of watching this one or even giving it a review, but my boyfriend was like, hey, we should watch it. And I was like, you know what? I put you through Infinity Pool. He didn't like it, that one. So you know what? I'm going to take one for the team and watch this one. I do not regret it a single bit. I am so happy that I went to watch this one last night. But well, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.
It's real. That much I know.